Coming to you from the CFE Arena at the University of Central Florida in Orlando, our first robotics competition, Orlando Regional Coverage, is proudly powered by the Microsoft Store. Whether you're programming a robot, playing a game, or doing homework, the Microsoft Surface is the tablet that can replace your laptop. You can get your Microsoft Surface, Xbox One, and more by going to PLUGHITZlive.com/Microsoft.
We
got a dancer that was dancing.
We have a special guest.
Yeah. He's very special with us.
He's right over here.
I'm turning this down so it won't interrupt us because I'm
fantastic.
tethered to this thing.
He was dancing behind the cameras. I'd just like for you to know that's why we both stopped and just we couldn't say anything.
I just couldn't hold it in anymore. The environment and the excitement here is so contagious.
It happens.
So how are you guys?
Fantastic. How are you?
Long time no see. It's been, what, like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourself for the people that don't know who you are.
Hi, I'm Chuck Stevens, coach of the Edgar Allan Ohms robotics team out of the Land O'Lakes Library System, former house painter, and now makerspace guy for Pasco County Libraries. So, yay! Moving on up.
They could not have chosen a better person.
Oh, no.
I have to agree with you there.
He is so outgoing. You need to understand, Chuck is he's the nicest, most outgoing guy you can ever talk to. He's
Is
the
there
most
two Chucks
interesting
here?
person. Well, you are honestly one of the most interesting people I've ever met.
Okay. I try really hard.
Okay.
You don't need to try.
Oh, that's funny. So, how's the team doing?
Amazing. They're having fun. They're working together. They're less salty than former years. We're kind of hitting our stride now.
Okay.
We managed to go without grump until like the last half hour of last night. So that's our metric for success is everybody having a good time and learning.
Yeah.
We had a lot of
absolutely.
fun this year building our robot. Spent 4.5 weeks building it and then decided that we didn't like it and spent the last week and a half of build season totally redesigning and rebuilding. So yay, teenage engineering.
So how's your team doing so far?
Reasonably good. You know, the problem with these events is that I hardly ever have time to actually watch. I'm running around and putting out fires and chasing kids. So from what I hear and by the indication of the looks on their faces, we're doing great. They're not yelling at me and they're not yelling at each other. So there again, that's our metric of success.
And you said you're running around and putting out fires and helping out kids. What exactly do you do during these competitions?
So-and-so's missing in action. Right, it does. The FTC is a little different than FRC, and FLL is a little different than that. But basically, you're a babysitter wherever you are. It's just different levels of babies. But I love my kids, you know, and they tend to wander, and you got to go, well, Drive Team isn't answering their phones on the Facebook group, and they're on in 30 minutes. So suddenly I'm running from one end of the arena to the other, yelling a name and looking for a kid.
Trying to gathering kids.
Yep. So I'm kind of the fix-it guy for whatever needs to be done. They do all the work, and I just kind of guide it and make sure they don't go off the rails.
Okay.
Sure. And I can totally understand the whole I don't get to see the game thing. I don't either.
Well, you got to set your desk the other way.
Yeah, we want them to be able to see what's happening behind us more than us. But for FRC competitions, what I get to see is in the little screens over there. That's as much of the game as I get to see until we're done with the broadcast, when I've got these nice comfy chairs behind us that we get to sit down and watch the game. At First Tech Challenge, I don't get to see because I'm judging.
Right.
So I'm in a room in the corner. I don't get to see those matches either.
No, you know,
At Roboticon, we're running the Jumbotron and stuff like that, so I don't get to see that. And we're doing this show too, so I don't get to see it there either.
It's kind of like where you really dig roller coasters, so you get a job at a theme park and never get to ride a roller coaster
again.
Yep.
You get to talk about it all day long.
Yeah. It's like I lived in Hawaii for a while, and everybody was like, man, that's so awesome. And I'm like, yeah, it's expensive, so I have a really good view on the way to work 7 days a week. You know, surfing is for, you know, the locals and the tourists, and the people who live here and work here just live here and work here.
It's even when people talk about Florida, they're like, oh, yeah, Florida must be so fun to live at. And it's like, Yeah, I mean, we live in our everyday life.
Right.
So.
And I think, wow, it must be cool to build snowmen and go on a sled ride.
But then they live in their everyday lives. So
Grass
they
is
you have to
always
understand-
greener.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So how many team members do you guys have this season?
16 or 17, depending on who's counting. Well, some of them aren't always around, and we have a team member who's not official age to be on the team, but she's kind of our little sister mascot.
Got it.
So, on the official paperwork, it's 16, but when we're as a
understand.
team, it's 17. She's kind of a team member now.
Aw,
Fair enough.
that's awesome.
But it's been a really good year, The big thing about FIRST is that you get to see growth. The
Yeah.
best feeling in the world is when you tell a kid something, and then like 6 months later, they tell it back to you. And it's like, oh my God, you listened. Sorry, parents.
Listen.
They don't listen to y'all, but they do listen to the mentors once in a while.
Listened and retained.
Yeah. And it's like applying it to real life. And
Yeah.
that's so awesome to like see growth. And this is my second year with the team officially. And to see like over 2 years how far they've come. And then also to come here, see the teams that I used to work with and see the growth there. To see Team Duct Tape a couple weeks ago in South Florida was amazing,
Yeah.
I mean, alumni here and, all part of the Team Duct Tape family. And it's just to see those kids, come up. That's the team that got me involved in FIRST Robotics, and they're,
Right.
really close to my heart. So to see them become seniors now and moving on, and rumor has it one of them got accepted to someplace really cool, and I'm not going to say it, but good for you.
We got that phone call on
We
the way
did
over.
get that phone call,
Yes.
and we are going to celebrate sometime soon.
So yeah, it's those little things that are, people are like, well, is your team winning? And I'm like, who cares? This isn't Little League.
Yeah.
The real benefit of FIRST is the education and the
Yeah.
steps. This is just kind of like the party afterwards.
Exactly. That's how I've always looked at it too.
Yep.
And
It's
then
a
we-
fun party.
Not every team looks at it that way, but I think the teams that get the most out of it look at it that way.
Yes.
We were also talking about the community aspect. You don't get any of this stuff in other sports or anything, but
No.
this community really works together and really tries to improve each other.
Yeah, if we were Little League teams, we would kind of the other coaches and stuff. But to come here and see coaches for other teams, mentors, officials, in sports, everybody hates the refs. But I see these guys, and it's like, oh, hey, it's so good to see you. It's like a big family to see the other coaches and stuff. And it's just, we're all friends. We all
Everyone's
mostly
having fun down there.
are having a good time.
I hear people singing along with the music behind us, and you're right.
We've got
This is
music,
a-
we've
this
got
is a big
dancing.
party.
It is a party.
Yeah, and I think I probably told you this before, but for the benefit of all you out there, I think at my first FRC regional, I was in the stands with my team and our robots out there, and we're having fun and we're dancing, and all of a sudden I realized I'm dancing to Justin Bieber. And I don't even care, whatever. And that's the moment where you realize, wow, I'm a robot nerd, and it's okay. I don't care about being cool anymore. I will tell you on a little secret, I hate steampunk, but I'm dressing up tomorrow because it's my team, and I will dress in a clown suit for those kids. So that's what it's, it ain't about being cool. It's about having fun and kind of building the next generation. I fight fascists with robots. This is our contribution to making America think again.
And smart again.
I like that expression. So in addition to the Edgar Allan Ohms and FIRST Robotics competition, Team Duct Tape is
Yes.
coming over to the library for next season.
We're adding a new makerspace at the Regency Park Branch Library, which is really awesome opportunity. Our first Pasco County makerspace was at the Land O'Lakes branch. That was a great experiment. It's a little bit economically different neighborhood than Regency Park. So Regency Park is at a different economic level. So there's other. It's basically a place where this makerspace can take a completely different path. And that's what this is about. It's about community engagement. It's about making what the community wants. A makerspace isn't a top-down thing. It's a grassroots if it's going to work.
Right.
And Pasco has really embraced that. Pasco
Yeah.
has been the great cheerleaders for makerspaces and libraries, robotics teams and libraries. I am so glad to be a part of that. And yeah, so bringing Team Duct Tape, who brought me into this, to my new place where I'm
Yeah.
working, it's such an amazing thing to be able to
Yeah.
be a part of. And yeah, we're doing our fundraiser next Friday night to get ready for the Super Regional in Athens. So we're going to have a game night. So anybody want to come play some games, have fun, check out our future home of our new library makerspace, by all means come on out. But really excited. The whole county is excited to have Team Duct Tape come in.
And if you want information on that, you can find Team Duct Tape on Facebook.
Yes.
And it's got there's an event on there for the fundraiser.
Yep, you can also hit the Pasco County Libraries website and our calendar of activities. All of our fine programs at our makerspace, from woodworking to robotics. And now robotics, another robotics team. We're also going to be rolling out some First Lego League teams. I have some really excited parents that want to help get that going over the summer. So
Very cool.
Yeah, we're going forward.
Glad to hear it. Well, Chuck, it's always fun to have you on the show.
Good to see you guys, and I look forward to when this is over, we can check out and enjoy some matches.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Cool. Well, thanks for having me.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you for coming. I think it's always pretty cool because he says he gets to see his students actually develop and become experts almost in what they do.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty interesting that you mentor a kid and that kid becomes a mentor for the same team.
Right?
So you come a little bit higher up.
Yeah.
And then you go down, and then now you're on the same level as that student. It was your student, and now you guys are both mentors for the same team.
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
pretty
pretty
cool.
cool.